Another thing that I want to do, and I'm just talking in circles. This video doesn't really have any rhyme or reason. It's not sectioned or anything. It's just, you know, you're getting ready with me, right? So for me, another thing I want to do is kind of get into learning Spanish, because I feel like it could be really useful. I used to be really good at Spanish back when I was taking it in high school. And when I moved to Louisiana, I didn't have as many people to speak it with, because growing up in Texas, there's a very big Hispanic population, obviously. So, moving to Louisiana, the population of Hispanic people is not as high. So I didn't really have a lot of people to speak it with. And it kind of, it's like, you know, if you don't use it, you'll lose it type of situation. Another thing I want to do is to kind of stop hiding my gifts. So there's some things that I can do that I have not shared with other people that I can do. So like singing is one of them, and I'm always really nervous about singing in front of people. And so for me, it's very nerve-wracking, very challenging to sing in front of people, because I feel like I'm an okay singer, but I think that I may actually be better than I give myself credit for. I feel like that's still tooting my own horn, but I feel like I should not be hiding my gifts. Y'all, these get ready with me videos are not as easy as people make them look. Maybe I should have written down some stuff that I wanted to talk about on purpose. That might have been a good idea, right? So what else can I talk about? I could tell you guys where we're going for my boyfriend's birthday. So I'm gonna whisper this because I don't know if he's listening or not. He's actually in our bedroom right now with the door closed. But today we're going to be going to the Space Needle to, you know, get some views of the city and see what that experience is like. They just installed a glass floor, so we should be able to see, you know, a lot of the city from the Space Needle. So that's one of the places we're going today. We're also going to a computer museum. There's like a computer museum that kind of goes through the history of computers and things along those lines, and you can play super old games like Oregon Trail and stuff like that. So, and Q*bert, I think, was another one of them. So we're gonna go there. And then we're also gonna go to this place that's kind of like Dave & Buster's. I think it's called GameWorks. So we're gonna go there as well. So we have a full day today. I've been hearing a lot of stuff about this Bird Box movie, and I think I need to, no, I already talked about that. So for those of you who don't know, on Christmas, my boyfriend and I went to see a few movies because we decided to stay in town for Christmas instead of visiting family, and try to save some money on traveling during the holiday, because we all know that it's more expensive to travel during the holiday. So we went to the movies and we saw Green Book and we saw Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So I have those two movie reviews that I posted on my channel. I think one of the things I'm going to do less of this year is watch Ratchet TV, because I found that I just don't have the time for it anymore. And maybe I'll watch it and not review it. I think I'm going to take my channel in a kind of different direction and maybe take it in the direction of doing more of the I Tried It videos with the product reviews and hair and makeup stuff, maybe more so, because a lot of my views come from the product reviews, in particular the I Tried It videos, where people come and people are very like receptive and responsive, and they say, you know, thank you. Like, people say thank you on YouTube for doing a thorough review of this thing, and it's like, that makes me feel good knowing that I did something that helped someone make their mind up about a product. My eyeliner is not lining right. Okay, so I guess we'll talk about the things that I have been watching. Do any of you all subscribe to the All Def Digital channel on YouTube? I freaking love All Def Digital. I watch their stuff over and over again. I can just play it in the background and just really laugh. And so for those of you who don't know what All Def Digital is, it has been called the Black BuzzFeed, but I don't think that they are similar. All Def Digital is mostly black, but ethnic, you know, ethnic in other ways. They do have some white people on the channel. They do have some Asian people occasionally on the channel. So it is more ethnic, ethnically leaning the opposite way, I'll say, from BuzzFeed. It is like quite inappropriate actually, and it's basically like this hub for comedians, and so they invite sometimes they invite like social media comedians to come on, and you know, they do dad jokes, like the series where people tell dad jokes and if you laugh you lose a point. That they came up with that idea and that concept, so they've done that. They have a series that I love called Roast Me, and so Roast Me is basically, for those of you who don't know what roasting is, it's basically like talking about each other, like making fun of others, but doing it in an environment where it's welcome, where everyone understands that what you're doing is roasting and not just talking about people to be mean. And so they are like super creative with the way that they roast each other and go in on each other, and it is hilarious. And so seasons 1 through 3 are on YouTube, but you have to actually pay for season 4, and it's like $4, and for those $4 you can watch season 4 on Vimeo. And so I did pay. I was very reluctant, I will say, trying to figure out if I was going to. I was very reluctant about paying that $4, and then I had to really think about it and be like, you know, this show has really brought me some enjoyment. Okay, I watch it in my spare time. It's always on in the background, essentially. And because I like All Def Digital, and because I know that the content that they create with the new rules at YouTube is not conducive to them having the not safe for work content that they have, that it would just make sense for me to spend an extra, you know, few dollars, $4, a cup of coffee. I don't really drink coffee that much, but that whenever people compare, you know, a price to something, they're like, oh, for 2 cups of coffee you can help a child in need, or for 1 cup of coffee you can support All Def Digital or whatever. So I actually paid the $4 to see the 4th season, and when I tell you I enjoyed it, and that was a great $4 spent. It was wonderful. So if you watch Roast Me and you're trying to figure out if it's worth it or not to actually purchase Roast Me season 4, it is definitely worth it. But for those of you who haven't seen it at all, you should definitely check it out. All Def Digital, that it's ADD for short. I hope that looks okay, and this is probably as good as it's gonna get today. I was looking for my eyebrow kit and couldn't find it. what else am I watching these days? So I just started paying for Hulu, and so I have the version with no commercials. So that's great. And I started rewatching the show Reba. So back when I was in high school, I don't think it was middle school, but back when I was in high school when the show was actually like freshly on, I would come home from school and watch Reba. Did y'all see what just happened? Oh, Jesus. Alright, let's get this concealer out again. Let's get this concealer out again. Because I just messed up my eyebrow. Okay, let's try it. Let's try this. I guess that fixed it. I don't know. I used to come home and watch Reba, and I freaking love that show. So now I'm able to watch the full season on Hulu. I always have had a hard time putting on eyeliner on my bottom lash because I'm very squeamish about things being by my eye. So I was trying to, so I got a subscription to Hubble Contacts, right? And so Hubble Contacts is a contact, you know, eye contact that I'm just now realizing that contacts for your eyes could also be called eye contact. That's a little weird. It's freaking me out a little bit. But moving on, I got a subscription to Hubble, and oh, excuse me, hiccups. But I had never used contacts. The point of me getting that subscription was for me to stop wearing glasses so much, and you know, to look different by not wearing glasses, because I have worn glasses for like my entire life. I feel like my eyebrows look weird, it's particularly this one. I don't know, we'll see. So I sat down to try to make a video about the contacts and how I was learning to put them in. And when I tell you, I went through 8 contacts before realizing that I couldn't do it. First off, trying to do it on camera was a mistake because I couldn't really put a mirror in front of me. So that was no good. And so finally I go off of camera and go into the bathroom where there's a mirror in front of me to try and put them in. And I managed to get one in my eye, but it did not feel good. And then I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to take this out of my eye? And next thing you know, it was folded up like a burrito in my eye, and I was able to pull it out, and I can't. So I canceled my subscription. So I have like 2 boxes of contacts that I have not used. So I think as time goes on throughout this year, I'm going to try to train myself to put things in my eyes. Yeah, I've been wearing my hair under a wrap for like the past 200 days. Well, not 200, but the past maybe 4 or 5 days, because I flat twisted my hair, like the center is here, and I flat twisted out. Am I getting warm? Does my face look warm again? Do I look like a live body? So I said that to say that I am excited to see how my twist out is going to come out now that I'm ready to take it down, because I haven't done a twist out in a while. That's another thing, another goal that I had was me actually taking better care of my hair, because I just have let it fall by the wayside. So that's one of the things that I need to focus on more, because I have been having problems with my hair as far as keeping it detangled and things along those lines. So y'all, I feel like this eyebrow is just something, there's something wrong with it. It's too dark. I'm gonna have to go look in a big mirror and see. Is that rosy? Is that too much? Whatever. All right, so last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get some highlight popping, and then some lips popping, and then that's it. Because I need to make breakfast for my boyfriend for his birthday. He's really into pancakes, so we're gonna do pancakes and eggs and bacon today. I think I did the highlight a little too hard, a little too much. All right, let's just dab that a little bit. Oh, if y'all are interested in any of the makeup that I'm using, I have a video on when I purchase all this stuff, so I'll put that link in the top right corner. So I wanted to go dark with the lip today. My lip palette. I'm trying to find which one works best with this. Alright y'all, I'm gonna make breakfast, and then when I come back, I'm gonna undo my hair so you can see the full look.